One of Hollywood's biggest encampments is now cleared, but before outreach workers arrived, business owners in the area took measures of their own to stop the tent city from growing. KCAL News political reporter Tom Wade joins us now. And Tom, the LA mayor actually made an appearance there today, right?
She did, and it was very moving to see. She really was speaking with almost everyone in the encampment who would talk to her. She was having conversations about their needs. So yeah, it was very intense moments there. So this encampment, well, it became one of Hollywood's most visible tent cities. People there were living in squalor, and there were complaints about rampant drug use and crime. Tonight the tents are gone, but some are asking for how long.
Nice to meet you.
LA Mayor Karen Bass making her way through one of Hollywood's largest homeless encampments. She was with her outreach team as they offered housing to about 30 people who were living on the street.
Now they're able to accommodate another motel. That's why we moved today. It just takes a while, and I know that's frustrating in some neighborhoods, but when we accumulate the rooms and the organization, then we move.
The mayor took the time to speak with a number of people who were living in the tents. The gesture did not go unnoticed.
That was the mayor. I didn't think that a government official would give such care about us, but you know, it's really cool actually.
By the afternoon, the encampment at Cherokee and Sunset was cleared. The location took on some controversy recently after the owner of the recording studio here at the corner, Sunset Sound, installed planters with cactuses to try and block the expansion of the encampment. We spoke with the owner a couple of weeks ago, and he told us the spot became a haven for drug use and other crimes. A fire even burned the front of his building.
This is a third world country around the corner here. It's terrible.
They've stolen speakers, blank checks. The front of the building has caught fire now twice.
Off camera Friday, we spoke with someone with Sunset Sound who says they are optimistic about the encampment being cleared. But some activists believe the relocation amounts to unfair treatment.
The people that lived here, this is their neighborhood.
That view is not necessarily shared by those looking to move inside.
They're moving very quickly. I'm helping out a lot of the homeless people out here.
A group of activists gathered outside of Mayor Bass's official residence as she was with outreach teams in Hollywood. Among the activists' claims, the mayor is not doing enough to prevent evictions. Mayor Bass acknowledges that people are concerned that once these tents are cleared, that it doesn't take long for the tents to come back. She says her program, Inside Safe, is designed to prevent that by allowing people to stay in temporary housing until permanent housing can be found. And, you know, the other thing, too, is there are supportive services that go into each of these motels or temporary housing after they're relocated there to help with drug addiction or
keep checking in on them, right?
Exactly. I mean, it's a critical part of this, right? Because a lot of people are suffering mental health crises, drug addiction, and in order to stay off the streets, they need these organizations to come in and offer those services, which is why it's so expensive.
Right. Well, we saw the video. I know you were out there a few weeks ago. You were out there today. What were some of the big changes you noticed?
You know, first off, you can see from that video that the tent encampment is gone. You know, there's nothing there anymore. And I was actually doing a Google Street View on the area just a short time ago, and in May 2022, that's when the Street View shot was done, and there were no tents there. But when I talked to the owners of Sunset Sound there on that corner, they said it's been an off and on problem for years, especially after the pandemic. But yeah, it's cleared there. But if you travel anywhere around the blocks, I mean, anyone who's been to Hollywood can see, you know, encampments get cleared, people get services, but you know, you can't lock people in hotels if they're suffering these mental health crises. They often end up back on the street, and that's just the complication of this issue, right? We just don't have the supportive beds to get people into these long-term treatment facilities, and obviously that's very expensive as well. So it's just a very complicated problem.
Yeah, not a simple solution to it. All right, Tom, thanks so much.